Welcome back to the Tiny Human Handbook. My name's Ellen, and today I'll be walking everybody through how I chose my baby's car seat. Now, this isn't going to be the typical video about car seats and all the different features they have, which one's the best, which one you should buy. It's not going to be like that because that's all that I found when I was looking for how to decide on my car seat, and I found that it was not super helpful. So what I'm going to do is walk you through how I chose mine. So personal experience buying a car seat for my little one. We actually started off during pregnancy looking at car seats and strollers. We had gotten a car seat gifted from a friend who wasn't using it anymore. It was safe, but it wasn't the one that I picked during pregnancy. It was kind of an important feeling for me to pick out the car seat and the different items that I wanted for my baby. This one, yeah, maybe would have been fine, but it didn't have like all the features that I envisioned having on a car seat. At the same time, we were also picking out a stroller for the baby as well. And now one thing that we didn't consider was the stroller that we picked was it actually only fit with one kind of infant carrier. I heard that a lot of car seats and I heard that a lot of strollers can use different infant car seats if you just get an adapter, and that actually wasn't the case for the stroller that we got. We picked out a stroller that had really cool features, top of the line. We got an older model, so it wasn't so expensive. We got that during pregnancy for Christmas, so a few months before the baby was born, and we of course weren't using it. We weren't thinking about all the different features, and we were like, oh, but we can't use the car seat with it. We were thinking maybe we could get an adapter or maybe get a new car seat. And then I found on our neighborhood Buy Nothing group, someone was giving away the car seat that went with our stroller. So I was like checking it, hoping she would pick me, and she did. So a couple days later, I went and picked up the car seat and it fit with the stroller. Everything was perfect. So we thought it worked out just fine when we brought him home from the hospital. We used it for doctor's visits, going out all the time to the pediatrician, check his weight. More on that later, of course. With the car seat, the strap was really hard to pull when we wanted to tighten him in. So I was always nervous, like, is it tight enough? I know the chest clip is in the right spot and it's a nice good fit, but with so much force being required every time we were tightening it, I thought, oh, this probably isn't really working right. Even when I would go out with him alone and I would know I'd have to tighten up the car seat after buckling him in, I was like anxious to get him out because I'd have to put him back in by myself, and I knew I wasn't gonna get the tightest fit without using a lot of force. We ended up taking the car seat cover off, taking the fabric off, and looking in at the straps like, what is going on with this? Maybe we make it work a little bit smoother. But it turns out the mechanism was a no rethread harness, and then it was like going in and out of a lot of places. We couldn't really get to it. There wasn't really much you could do to fix it. I'd seen one of my friend's car seats has like standard easy, well, it's not meant to be easier. The no rethread harness is supposed to be easier because you could change the position of the shoulder straps and how high they are if your baby grows, the length of their torso. It's supposed to be easier. But otherwise, the ones where you can take the straps out and then thread the harness piece in the back, to me, those were easier because there wasn't a lot of friction when you would pull them tight. My friend had one like that and she said she prefers that better, and so I was like, oh, I should get one like that. So what happened is when we were taking apart the car seat, I think we had messed something up inside the straps because I noticed when we would pull the straps now, it was catching. Looks like it damaging parts of the strap. You don't want that. You don't want any damage to the harness straps. Of course, that's what's holding the baby in the seat a little bit. And we're like, oh, we can't use this. We need to get a new one. So that day we got a replacement of the same seat, upgraded model because they didn't make that one anymore. I did reach out to the manufacturer to see, can we get a replacement or something like that, and we couldn't because it had been discontinued. They did give me a coupon code, but I'd already ordered the new seat because I needed it as soon as possible. We didn't have another option to use. So we got the new seat, and optimistically I was thinking, okay, we'll use this until he's about 18 months old, and maybe that's when he'll outgrow the height and the weight. He's not super tall. With that new seat, I found it actually still wasn't a lot easier to tighten. Just the overall mechanics, I guess, with the no rethread harness mean that you really have to pull a lot harder. And then I also realized I guess he was about 5 months old at this time. I did not love him spending a lot of time sitting in the car seat position. I preferred to use a baby carrier when we would go out. And that way, when he was in the car, it really takes us about 15 to 30 minutes car ride to get out to the grocery store, wherever we're going. So I figured that amount of time plus the ride back was enough time to be laying down in the car seat. Fussing with the buckle, I think, was getting in the way of the ease of doing that. Yes, it was meant to be more efficient and easier, but to me it wasn't. To me, I wanted something where I could get him out, get him in easier instead of keeping him in and moving the whole car seat around, and basically that being what I was transporting instead of just the baby. I wanted him to be able to spend time on me, close to me, and especially at the grocery store while we're walking around. If I had him in the carrier, it was easier and more natural for me to point out everything that was going on around us. He could see all the different fruits. I'd let him smell them, tell them the names of them all. So I found myself at that point when I was researching car seats and trying to find a better option for me, I was looking in every car that I passed to see what kind of car seat it was. I was watching YouTube videos, looking at the car seats in the video, so I was trying to find a lot of information about car seats to see what was gonna be the best for me. So we had that one, we used it for a little while, but at the same time, I was looking at convertible car seats too, and I was like, well, what's going to be the number one thing that I want for our convertible car seat? Because we're obviously gonna need one of those. So in the end, what I ended up doing, which maybe I should have even done earlier on, was list out what was important to me. I wanted the car seat to be easy to get in, easy to get out. So to me that meant, yeah, I think I need a rotating car seat so I can pull them in easy. I don't have to worry too much about that strap problem that I had before. That helped eliminate a lot of other seats. There were only, at the time of making this video, like 5 brands that make rotating car seats. And then within those, maybe there's some variations as well. But then I knew number 2, what was important to me to help narrow it down even more, was the quality of the seat. I wanted to pick a brand that was known for making something that was going to feel good, last, and not be like rattling in the car, things like that. So I read out different reviews, and I was finding sometimes some seats or some brands that it would be noted for quality, other ones would not. I crossed the ones that weren't off of my list, and then I started tracking price, which was gonna be number 3 for me. I used Camel to set up a price alert, and once I found a 35% discount on the car seat that I wanted, boom, I ordered it right away. I wasn't waiting for him to outgrow the restraints because he's still gonna be rear facing. I really wanted it to be more convenient and fit for what I was looking for. And I did. I found it. I got way more into baby wearing and using the carrier. He's playing his xylophone now. I got way more into wearing him when we go out and about. Even when I plan out my day with him, I'm thinking, okay, I could do stroller, or I could do carrier, or I could do this or that carrier. I have a few different ones. So I think about what I'm doing for the day. I keep a spare carrier in the car. I used to keep the stroller in the car, but I stopped doing that. I really now just use the stroller to go on walks around the block. Or maybe if we were going out and doing a lot of walking, the stroller would be good. So that's how I decided on our car seat. Looking at the different values and what I was looking for a car seat, I was able to pick out the turning car seat, and looks like it's really been a good fit for us. Even as I was doing so much research on car seats, I was feeling like kind of an expert. I was recognizing all the different brands just looking at like a blurry screenshot of a car seat. I could figure out which one it was, and I was like, okay, well that one's good because blah, blah, blah. And I was in the car seat Facebook group where they're talking all about the pros and cons of different seats and how they fit in different vehicles, how long you can use them, how much they cost. And I was wondering too if even I should become a child passenger safety technician or a CPST. So I was looking into that too, because I was like really into the research on the car seat and trying to pick the best thing for us. Lessons learned kind of throughout this whole process. Don't be afraid to make a change. After I got the car seat, convertible car seat, even though he didn't need to be in that stage seat, he could be. I was moving to it before a lot of my friends or fellow moms had switched their kids. I still felt like, oh, I should have done this earlier. So don't be afraid to make a change, even if it is not the scheduled time, hitting that milestone the exact same time as somebody else. Just to think about what's important to you. Having it written down, knowing that being able to get the baby in and out so I could use a baby carrier was the number one important thing to me. Of course, that's going to be different for everybody. Maybe it could be price, it could be the quality, whatever it is. Just knowing that that's your number one factor and what your number 2 and 3 and 4 are is going to help massively narrow down the options that there are out there. There are a lot of options. You also want to think about safety too. I know people always say that all car seats sold in the US are safe car seats because they all pass the same safety standards. They all do, yes, but some pass even higher safety standards. So the standard test for a car seat in a crash test is only going about 30 miles an hour. Wherever I'm driving, wherever we're driving, we're getting onto the highway. Knowing that the seats aren't tested at a highway speed is interesting. So just recommendations based on my own experience are to sort out what's important to you and then look for a price alert deal as well. I know a lot of people wait for the Target trade-in or Prime Day or Black Friday or whatever it is to get a really good discount on a car seat, especially if you need 2 of them. Just set up a price alert because there's gonna be price drops. For knowing that you're gonna be alerted to getting a good deal is help you not worry about that, or help decisions on safety for one of the most dangerous things you do, driving in a car for the most precious thing you have, your child, are huge. And it's understandable if you put in a lot of research and a lot of time and a lot of thought into choosing the right car seat, hopefully help you choose the right seat for you. So I don't feel like I was the only one who went through all of this. Go ahead and share a comment below if you've had a similar experience picking out a car seat or picking out something else important for your little one. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and look out for more coming soon. Thank you.